All right, I'm Addie Sinclair. I'm originally from Deckard, Tennessee. My father was an aerospace engineer. My mother was a teacher, and so education was paramount. I was bullied relentlessly in school, even though I was a cheerleader. I was made fun of for being fat, for being ugly. I hung out with the outcast. I was like the rebel cheerleader. And so that led me to be the outcast took German, and so I ended up in college getting a BA in German, a BA in history, and a master's in teaching foreign language, and I hated all of it. I'm an only child, daddy's girl, and in 2009, 11 days before my wedding, my dad passed away suddenly and unexpectedly. And I was already an alcoholic by that point, but there was no going back then. I told my husband that I was afraid to get sober because I knew if I did, I was going to leave him. And he said, well, if you do, you do. And I did, and I did. And because I hadn't found direction where I wanted to go, I knew I just had to go to college and didn't think about what I wanted to do with my life. I had these degrees that I didn't want to use. And so I was kind of lost. And when I left, I said, oh, I'm not an alcoholic. John just didn't like the way I drank. So I had to test it for myself, and I got my answer. And within 2 years, I was up to about 1.5 liters of vodka a day. And I was miserable. I was as miserable as I was the first time I went into rehab. And so I put myself into rehab. I said, I'm tired of feeling like I'm going to die every day. And I should say that when I was 5 years old, I asked my mother if Harvard had beauty school, because I knew that I was going to college, and I knew that that's kind of what I wanted to do. So rewind back to rehab. I made it a point to do my hair and makeup every day, because if I had to sum up my addiction in one phrase, it was who cares? Who fucking cares? Oh, sorry, can I cuss?
Yes.
It was, who cares? I didn't care. I know you didn't care. You didn't care about me. I didn't care about you. Who cares? And I wanted the answer to that to be, I fucking care. And so they kind of looked up to me in the house, like for makeup tips and stuff. And when I got ready to leave, this little lady said, will you tell me what to get on Personal Shop? And teach me how to do my makeup. And it was fun. I did her hair. I had this little hat, and she was probably 50 years old or older, and, did her makeup, and she just walked differently. And as she got out of earshot, a woman said, Addie, you need to do this for a living. This makes you happy. And it was like a thunderbolt. I was like, this is a thing? Oh my God. So I went to makeup school, and I couldn't get a job after that. I went to thought, well, I need a license. I went and got an aesthetics license, went to beauty school finally, and I've been an esthetician now for 2 years. I have a purpose now, and I get to make people feel good every day. And through makeup, I finally got to live out a dream. I always wanted to be a pinup girl, and now I am. And I'm the only pinup I know with a 3-legged dog. Because I have to mention my love for animals as well. If it weren't for my dog, she went through the divorce with me. She's been there with me for 8 years. And so yeah, I'll have 4 years sober, November 26th of this year. And there's no going back. It's all up from here. So yeah.